The Five Bloods video review. I've watched one half of the film, and this is a video capture and review of the first half of the film, where I say we are receiving a momentary veteran war piece full of serious humor, which is something that you deal with, and you compare that to how you reach the depth of the material. And this is a serious film. It has serious depth, and at the same time, I also think Spike is trying to be light. He's trying to be light with very serious material about growth, strength, perseverance, identity, culture, things like that. And the light aspect comes from that, sometimes a lot of the things that we identify with are actually not as important to us. I think that's something that Spike is saying in The Five Bloods, is that, maybe this thing in our lives actually doesn't resemble us. That may be very true. And then there's another aspect. You could say, like, the developing of film, and Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, Jackie Robinson, James Brown, and now you have The Five Bloods, and it's a collection of. It pays attention to the Vietnam scenario, which is seen in two parts, and maybe that's why I've split the movie into two sequences, is because you have the original Vietnam, 60s, and you have 2020, which, quote-unquote, is not Vietnam, but the film takes place now, in 2020, and Vietnam is now a metaphor for how we decipher living when we are dealing with violent crime, we are dealing with persecution, we are dealing with nomenclature and provoking situations. And it's interesting to see the movie framed with kind of like a reunion party, because there's a lot of hugging and a lot of laughter. And it seems to me that Spike is kind of also saying that we are human first. Brother to brother, sister to sister, human. That we hug, we laugh about Vietnam, and we have a good buffet. With some chicken wings and mashed potatoes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? A good buffet with some kombucha, whatever they got. Meant some mental capacity thought, MCT. And I'm just joking around. But here what I'm saying is that the way we accept the presence of each other, and I think Spike is taking the presence, and putting that right with the war, Vietnam specifically, because that's such a metaphoric period. And if you get it, it's one of the, it's one of those things. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, then you don't get it. Then you go do, then you go put on your Klan mask. No, I'm kidding. I was just like a weird black Klansman thing, which I I have to say I didn't like that movie. I didn't even like that movie. I thought it promoted violence. And I know you can say, how can you say that movie? It just seemed like it just took the extreme and was like, and it was pushing boundaries. And to me, I'm just not into that um, headspace where we're thinking about it, in this whirlwinds, no. But this film is honestly very human, and its sarcasm is alive with respect to characterization and things like that. And it has this weird, like, Titanic, like, I don't know, story book thingy. You know what I mean? People like that type of thing. It's very Oscar, like, ooh, this is a timeline movie. And it has that weird, that zoom out from the Apocalypse Now symbolism and shit like that, which it's good for everybody. Because, those are two great films. The documentary on Apocalypse Now. And Apocalypse Now, one of the best war films of all time, is the Vietnam film. Smell napalm in the morning. That it's, it has a line that says, this is important to how we approach meaning. And Spike is doing that with characterization. The Five Bloods for a minute.